Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Dreamkatcher Daily. Today, we stand at one of the most profound thresholds in the Fool's Journey. The Judgment card, number 20 of the Major Arcana. As you have probably noticed, parts of the card are blurred due to certain content on the card. Now, let's move on. This isn't the end. It's the awakening before the end. The call that reminds us who we truly are. Here, the Fool has walked through every trial, every revelation, and now stands on sacred ground, ready to rise into a higher truth. Judgment isn't about punishment. It's about awareness, renewal, and rebirth. Let's look at the numerology. The number on this card is 20, and when we break it down, 2 plus 0 equals 2. The vibration of 2 represents reflection, balance, and the union between the self and the higher self. The 0 adds that divine energy, the infinite source that begins and ends every cycle. Together, they create a beautiful equation. Awareness meeting completion. It's that moment where you stop simply learning from life, and you start understanding it. In the Fool's Journey, Judgment bridges the sun and the world. It's the awakening just before completion, the instant when enlightenment becomes embodiment. Astrologically, Judgment is ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth, and it's aligned with the sign of Scorpio. Pluto has this incredible power to expose what's hidden. It strips away illusions and brings buried truths right to the surface. Scorpio governs depth, passion, and the courage to face your own shadow in order to rise renewed. When you put them together, they create a force that simply cannot be ignored, the energy of spiritual resurrection. So when this card appears in a reading, it carries a very clear message. You've faced your darkness. Now it's time to step into your light. The element connected to Judgment is fire, but not the wild, destructive flame we saw back in the tower. No, this is a sacred fire, the flame of purification. It's the kind of fire that burns away guilt, regret, and any false identities you've been carrying, leaving only your authentic truth. This fire clears the path for forgiveness and illumination. It's that inner spark that whispers, I'm ready, I've learned, I'm new. When you first look at the Judgment card, your eyes are drawn to Archangel Gabriel descending from the heavens, sounding his golden trumpet. Below him, men, women, and children are rising from open coffins, their arms lifted up toward the light. Behind them, mountains rise beneath a calm blue sky, and the whole world feels still, like time has stopped just for this moment of truth to be revealed. The feeling of this card is pure awe. It's realization. It's that deep breath you take when you finally understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did. Even the figure's nudity carries meaning. It isn't about exposure, but about freedom. They've shed every illusion, every mask, and they now stand as pure consciousness, reborn in truth. The colors here are deeply symbolic. White represents purity, forgiveness, and divine truth. The blue in the sky and water speaks of peace, higher communication, and a deep trust in the divine plan. The gold of the trumpet shines with enlightenment and awakening, the soul's light finally returning home. Gray, seen on the coffins, bridges what was with what's to come, reminding us that every transition is sacred. And the red cross on the flag is all about life force, the courage to rise again. In a reading, the overall palette of Judgment evokes a sense of calm recognition, like the soft light of morning after a long storm. The white and gold tones lift your spirit, bringing peace and a powerful emotional release. The blue hues help to open the throat chakra, encouraging you to speak your truth with love and clarity. And those subtle touches of red reignite your motivation, the will to live a more authentic life. Together, these colors create a vibration of forgiveness, acceptance, and profound awakening. Let's break down the symbols starting from the top. There's Archangel Gabriel, the messenger of divine truth, sounding the trumpet. That's the call from the higher realm. Attached to it is a white flag with a red cross, symbolizing balance, resurrection, and the harmony between our spiritual and material worlds. Below, the rising figures emerge from coffins that are floating on calm blue waters. They represent the human spirit awakening from spiritual sleep, rising up to meet the divine. Their open posture with arms extended shows complete surrender and trust. Among them, the woman with golden hair stands for intuition and grace, the receptive side of the soul awakening through compassion. Beside her, the man represents consciousness and reason, and the child between them symbolizes innocence and pure truth, the untainted essence that remains when everything else falls away. Finally, in the distance, those mountains stand as eternal truth, the enduring wisdom that remains after every transformation. So what is the core lesson of the Judgment card? It asks you, are you living in alignment with your higher truth? This is the card of awakening, the moment when illusions fall away and you finally see yourself clearly. It's not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be honest. Forgiveness is freedom. Acceptance is strength. You can't carry your old stories into your new life, and this is the moment to release them. When judgment appears, it's a spiritual checkpoint. It's a call to integrate everything you've learned and to rise into the version of yourself you were always meant to become. But what if the card appears reversed? When judgment is reversed, it can mean that the trumpet is sounding, but you're not listening. You might be avoiding a major change or ignoring your intuition. Guilt, denial, or fear could be holding you back from your own awakening. But here's the thing. Refusing the call doesn't stop the transformation. It only delays your peace. Reversed, this card is a gentle nudge from the universe saying, your time to rise is now. Please, listen. At its core, the spiritual insight of judgment represents karma resolved. It's like a life review before a brand new beginning. It's the soul recognizing that every single step, every challenge, every heartbreak was a necessary part of its evolution. This isn't about some external judgment from above. It's about inner absolution. It's the profound realization that you are both the teacher and the student on your own journey. When you finally forgive yourself and others, you free yourself. And in that very moment, you awaken. The Judgment card is the great awakening before completion, the final call before we achieve unity in the world card. It reminds us that nothing is ever truly lost. Every ending is just a transformation waiting to unfold. If you've been hearing that inner voice nudging you to change, to let go, to step up, this is your confirmation. You are not being punished. You are being summoned. Summoned to rise, to release, and to awaken. Judgment is that powerful moment when you step out of who you were and into who you are truly meant to be. Next week, we complete the major arcana with the world, the moment of unity, fulfillment, and cosmic wholeness. It's the end of the fool's journey and the beginning of a brand new cycle. If today's lesson on judgment spoke to your spirit, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Dreamkatcher Daily. Every week, we explore the wisdom of the tarot, walking the fool's journey one card at a time. Ring that bell so you never miss a moment of reflection, and please share this message with someone who might need to hear their own call to awaken. Until then, beautiful souls, stay true, stay awakened, and as always, keep dreaming.